Good morning, everyone. All right, before I start my speech, I just want everyone to stand up. It'll only take 2 seconds. Just want everyone to put their hands above their head, then put their hands down low. Do a little twirl, try not to hit the person next to you. All right, now that I have your attention, I'm sure you guys are wondering what possessed a 13-year-old girl to go out and collect money for Lifestraws and go to Africa. I've kind of always been this way. It's just kind of the way I am. It started when I was about 5, and I learned that the Amazon rainforest was dying in kindergarten. My kindergarten teacher, she presented us with these wonderful pictures of lush green scenery with tree frogs and birds that were extremely colorful and jaguars, and I was utterly amazed. And then she told us that it was dying and that it probably wasn't going to be here when I had my own children. I was absolutely devastated, and I ran home to my mom, and I'm screaming, "Mom, Mom, the rainforest is dying. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Oh, my God." And that's still been in the back of my mind even today, and I thought, well, what if I did some sort of company, a nonprofit that collected money for both the earth and the people on the earth? When I was 6, I went into Girl Scouts, and I learned valuable skills like people skills and confidence and how to never take no for an answer. When people did tell me no, I would tell them how that if they bought my cookies, that I would get higher sales, and then that would give me higher confidence, and then I would go out into the world and I'd be a better woman. And I'm saying this when I'm 6 or 7, like this tall. I was always one of the top sellers because I did that. And I remember one time I sold 950 boxes of cookies, and I was so close to 1,000, and I was so upset that I didn't get to 1,000 because there's some sort of prize or something that I wanted so bad. When Lifestraws did come into my life, I learned about it from my mom. She was coming home from a public health class here at UNR, and she was telling me about how the class was going to raise money for these Lifestraws, these water filter things. And at first, when she told me about straws, I honestly thought that the university was going to sell actual straws to people to collect money and then bring it to Africa. Then she showed me this video of a girl drinking dirty water with geese poop in it, with this little blue tube. And at first, I was scared for her. I thought that she was going to down some goose poop. And then it comes out the tube all clear, and she's like, tastes like tap water. And I was amazed. And then I did some research because I wanted to get in on this, and my mom has always taught me that if I wanted something done, I had to go do it myself. And she wasn't going to hand me my research. She wasn't going to email the professor for me. That was my job. She can't hold my hand all the way up as I go through life. I have to do it myself. I ended up researching, and I found out that this water filter filters out 99.99999% of the bacteria out of the water. And then I found out that girls are walking for miles and miles and miles just to get some clean water that isn't even clean. It's like tan and mucky and dirty, and they only get like this much so that their family isn't stuck with like the black water around their village. After I was presented with this information, I knew that I couldn't just stand by and let this happen, that I had to go and do something. Even if the professor would have told me no, that this was a college project, I would have still came to his door with an envelope full of donations. He did end up telling me that I could, and he connected me with a nonprofit organization in Reno. And once I was connected with them, I started my plan to do a video. I did a video with my friend Chris Swanson from Zap Lab, and that just got the ball rolling. I know some people are wondering, well, why did you choose social media? Why did you post this on YouTube and Facebook? Why not go door to door or do some sort of event? If you think about it, social media is the most powerful thing in our world today, because you see people like Psy from Korea who brought Gangnam Style all the way to America, and it's like sweeping the nation. He was on the New Year's show dancing like this. like a cowboy. And it's just amazing how that came all the way from Korea, and now everybody loves it here in America, and we don't even know what half the words mean. Once we got it on Facebook, of course it wasn't my Facebook, because I don't have one. People kept reposting and reposting and reposting, and it created this ginormous domino effect, and I got all these donations from like the Middle East, from Asia, from like Kentucky, from Kansas, and I don't have any friends there. So it just showed how amazing social media actually is. And then the Today Show ended up contacting us, and I went on their show, and after that people just kept coming with their donations to us, to my website, and it just showed how amazing the show is and how amazing social media can be. When I actually did go to Africa, I distributed the straws and I had to have the armed guards with me. So that was a little scary, but it was still great. They were holding gigantic machine guns, walking around with me, and as I was handing out these blue packets with smiling faces, and they just didn't seem to go together, the machine guns and the smiling faces. There were other parts of the trip. I did get to see some kids in Tumaini and Huruma, 2 orphanages. It was amazing. I made these new friends, and they were just adorable. That picture is of me and a girl that I absolutely just wanted to adopt her. She was 5 years old, and she was the cutest thing anyone ever saw. It was just a wonderful experience, and I'm glad that I could take that back with me to America. I know everybody's probably thinking that my main goal was to go to Africa and bring those Lifestraws and then come back and go on living my life, but that wasn't it. Because if I just went there and I came back and did nothing with it, then it wouldn't be as monumental or big. If I brought back my story and I showed people what I did, then I could influence 20 other people, 30 other people to do something small or big. It didn't matter, young or old, because when those people go and they do something kind, then they inspire other people, and those tens turn into thousands, to millions, to billions. That's when you start on the road to world peace, to a kinder place. That's when we have fun things like this. I want to end with The Little Prince. It's a story that I think everybody should read, and it talks about how adults' minds are very clouded and they think very inside the box, black and white, and how kids are creative and fearless, and when they fall down, they get back up and they keep trying. But if adults, they fall down, they see that something's hard, they stop, they take a step back, and they think that they have to do something else because this is too much of a risk, and people are weird if they go out on a limb and they try something creative and out of the box. And I took from that story that your greatest discoveries that you make in yourself and in other people and other things in the world are when you mix that intelligence and your experience as you get older and as you go through school and you become adults with your inner child's creativity and fearlessness. That's when you get those discoveries about yourself and others. I moved you all physically at the beginning, and I hope I moved you all emotionally by the end. Thanks.